In a world of fake news, we bring you up-to-the-minute factual inaccuracy and a heavy dose of moral truth. With your hosts, Kyle Mann and Ethan Nicole. This is the Babylon Bee. Fake news you can trust.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Babylon Bee podcast this week. I'm Kyle Mann.
I'm Ethan Nicole.
Usually we like this podcast to be a time of humor and frivolity and
joviality.
Jovialness and joviality as well. And this week, we cannot do that for you.
We have clarifications to make.
We need to issue an apology and a clarification.
Humor's hard because you try to make a joke and communicate an idea, get a point across. You're trying to maybe, there's a layer above and a layer below, and you're trying to get that layer below to be seen through the layer above. And sometimes that doesn't always work out.
There's a line.
Right.
And we're trying to approach the line without falling over. And once in a while, we fall on our faces.
Stumble over like a clown at a clown college practicing.
In this case, the joke that we told at the Babylon Bee it's a joke that we're proud of still. Mm-hmm. But we feel that we didn't make it clear enough for what the joke was. And so it made a lot of people upset. And
True.
So let's throw up that joke, Dan, so we can be clear what we're talking about. AOC strangles herself with her shoelaces because she is so stupid.
In parentheses.
In parentheses. Now, this is a joke with many layers, like an onion. Not the onion.
Right.
But like an onion. Is it a vegetable? I don't know what an onion is.
Is it a legume?
Maybe.
No, it's not. No. It's like a nut or something.
It's a nut.
A bulb.
The onion is a nut.
An orb.
And
a root.
I think we'll put up on the screen here, if you're watching on video, we'll put up some of the complaints that we received over this article. There was people from The Onion. There's people all over Twitter that were just very unhappy. Lots of blue check marks.
Both sides of the aisle.
Both sides of the aisle. A writer for Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, I forget.
One of those Jimmys.
Who describes himself as the second smartest person in the world, unironically, was upset at this. There's also an NBC News reporter with hundreds of thousands of followers who tweeted it out about how upset he was about this joke. So this joke has so many layers that we really need to break it down.
Right.
And I think people didn't get what we were trying to do with this. So the joke is that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is trying... This is the premise. So jokes usually have a premise and a punchline.
Right.
The premise here is that she's trying to tie her shoes.
Right. She's pulling the laces up. She's trying to do a thing that... When you think about it, tying shoes is complicated. It's amazing to me. We've had all these technological advancements. We still do this old-fashioned shoe tying where you have to teach go around the tree, the rabbit goes down the hole. And still learning knot tying.
Yeah, and at some point,
this day and age,
you get old and you just start buying the $13 Walmart Velcro shoes.
When are we going to get Bluetooth shoes? You just go, Siri, tie my shoes.
Yeah. But that was not the case with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in the context of this joke. She still had the old-fashioned shoe. And she was tying it, and she accidentally, in the joke, this didn't really happen, but in the joke, she accidentally ties up somehow gets it around her neck and starts to choke.
Yeah. Asphyxiation.
Yeah, asphyxiation, right. Suffocation, no breathing.
Yes.
And
don't give a...
In any event. Then, in the joke... a police officer is walking by and helps her and takes the...
Yeah.
And then, so we originally had this headline written as AOC accidentally strangles herself with her shoelaces. And that
it's subtle.
It's subtle, but sometimes you can go too subtle on the humor. So we needed to make sure that we spelled it out clearly. This is what all comedians have to do when they write jokes, is make sure it's clear and decide how subtle do you want to be versus, actually spelling out the joke. And it depends on... the intelligence of your audience, how subtle you want to be. So then we added, during the punch-up process, we added in the headline, because she's so stupid.
Right. For clarity.
for clarity.
Part of it is just the believability. When you read it, it sounds like real police talking, and people. We walk that line between reality and people can't tell if it's a joke. Like the cop here says, we were barely able to save her in time from being so stupid. Said a police officer at the scene. And then he went on to say, but maybe we shouldn't have saved her because she's a socialist trying to ruin the country and she is dumb.
And then I believe in the joke, she walks away because now she's no longer choking because she's stupid. And then she walks into a tree.
Yeah, because she's a dumb socialist.
Yeah. What an idiot.
What an idiot.
So just to be clear, the joke, some people thought, oh, this is meta satire. They're making fun of themselves. Or they're making fun of conservatives that are trying to do humor about AOC.
We would never do that. We are diehard. We are one-sided. Yeah. We would never make fun of our own party because we have to win politically.
Yeah.
That's all we care about.
Or the world is doomed.
Yeah. The world is doomed.
And we extremely hate Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez with every fiber of our being, and also kind of have a crush on her.
I don't even sleep. I lay at night staring at the ceiling with an image of her in my mind.
Because you hate her
seething with red, and then also really attracted to her.
Yeah. I put a poster of her on my wall to remind myself about how much I hate her.
I throw darts at it, and then I make out with it.
After you remove the darts.
No, that's the problem. That hurts a lot.
So anyway, we just want to be clear, and we hope that this clarification has solved any issues that you people have had with this article.
You people.
And we hope that we can do better going forward.
We will do better.
We will do better. We'll commit to doing better. Okay, now that apology / clarification has been taken care of, and you all know that we actually tell really good jokes like that AOC is stupid, we're going to move on to the rest of our show. So we're actually changing up our show format a little bit. If you guys have been tuning in for a while, you actually don't tune in to things anymore.
No.
Like there's a frequency you have to. Anyway, if you've been listening to the show for a while, we are not doing stories of the week any longer. Those are going to be broken out into smaller videos called Babylon Bee News Desk, which you may have seen on social media. And those are a little more satirical.
Right.
More.
So we're going to move the current news stories to a spot where they can be released faster and a little different tone. So this show will be loosened up a little bit, and we can do different segments. It won't be as structured as it's been. We were thinking sort of like Rhett and Link, but if they were Christians.
Yeah. So if you like Rhett and Link, but you wanted them to be Christians, you can listen to our podcast.
And not as attractive.
And then when we're like on the cusp of getting really popular, we will abandon our faith. And then get really popular.
Yeah, and then we'll get it back, and they don't do that, but we could flip it.
We keep flip-flopping every time we start to lose
We could take
traction.
turns.
Oh, that's true. I could lose my faith, and then you could try to convert me, and then
I'll lose mine.
Yeah. I like it.
We'll do that.
Anyway, this episode, we're going to do weird news. Ethan and I found a movie script generator on the internet, and we generated a Christian movie. And we're going to read it. We're going to act it out for you.
Because one struggle in the Christian movie industry is writing good scripts. And I'm wondering if this generator can actually write a better script than what's out there.
Yeah. I do kind of wonder in the Christian movie industry if there are a lot of good scripts. There's some good screenwriters out there.
But yeah, they don't want to make those.
But they sell the script.
Or they
and then it's just like completely destroyed and ruined. And then we're going to do everybody's favorite thing, hate mail. We're also going to do stuff that's good as usual. We're going to wean you guys into this new format because you're like, where's stuff that's good? I don't know what to consume this week. And then we're going to do a subscriber dare because people keep
it's like our new segment.
Telling us to do stuff so they'll subscribe. And everybody that we've done it for has actually subscribed. So
yeah, we check.
I'm getting my $5 a month. Dang it.
We are that petty.
Dang it. Dang good. Dang it. And here we go. All right, everybody, welcome to Subscriber Dare. This is where, I guess these aren't subscriber dares. They're almost subscriber dares.
Yeah, what is this? We need a good title for this.
We'll come up with a good title.
Subscriber, I don't know.
Kyle and Ethan pimp themselves out.
Shameless dancing.
We'll call this segment Dance Monkey Dance.
There you go.
So Kelly Carr emailed us, and I assume that's a girl. And she said, "I could be a boy,
or an automobile.
I know a Kelly. That's a guy. Yeah. My finger is hovering over the subscribe button, but I need something to slam my finger down on. I can only think of 3 options of your choice. Number 1, Kyle could break a world record. Ooh. Number 2, a Men's Health magazine style cover that Ethan keeps hinting at. And number 3, a mention of my band on the podcast. So what are we going to do, Ethan, to get this subscribe? How are we going to get Kelly to subscribe?
We should try to do all three, to guarantee.
Okay, so we were talking about me breaking a world record. I think we'll need to wait until we actually get this set up. But we were looking up some of the world records, and I think there's some I can do. So we'll do a special where I do
Can you just doing where like you yell the word?
Okay, yeah, I can do this.
Walrus hoagie, the loudest ever yelled.
Yeah, or like the most number of times in a certain amount of time. Let's time it. Let's see how many times I can yell walrus hoagie in 10 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2. You tell me when time's up. 2. What? Walrus hoagie, 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 walrus hoagie. How many times did I get?
I had I was watching the clock and then I was like, wait, am I counting how many times?
It was going up to the
clock.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. We'll put it on this.
It was definitely the most that anybody's ever done.
And it was the most, almost guaranteed. So I think that I
mostly.
Did I just win mostly? Did I just win the Guinness?
Yeah, you did it.
Guinness record. Okay, number 2. So we do have a Photoshop of Ethan.
Yeah, so somebody sent a guy named Connor sent this in of me on a Men's Health cover. That's not my real body. My arms are much thinner than that. I look more like a snowman. And then that's more of a beer drinking fat guy because his stomach sticks out. Mm-hmm. Mine just hangs down and I trip on it.
You trip on it?
Yeah, it sags. It's real saggy. His is like balloon.
Like
Yeah, it's going
classic,
that way.
More of a classic beer belly.
Mine goes down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just in case those don't suffice.
Kelly. Kelly's band is called Pilot Drift. And that's one word. Pilot Drift, which is 2 words, but it's 1 word.
What's that a reference? Is that a reference to like if you're like flying an airplane and you like drift like,
and you're like
ghost riding the whip in the air?
Oh, yeah.
And you get out of the plane, go around and go back in. I don't know what pilot drift means.
I would like to see a pilot ghost ride the whip. That would be interesting. Yeah. And Pilot Drift is streaming everywhere, so you can check out Pilot Drift. I don't know if they're any good. Here it is, everybody, a small clip.
Here we go.
From Pilot Drift. Ooh, it's like moody, like synth. Is it like synth?
Oh, synthy.
Oh, like a choral thing coming up?
I'm going to start screaming. One guy has goggles.
Oh, was it a music video? Oh, I see.
Spotify.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's very hipster.
Yeah. All right. Took too long to start.
Everybody check out Pilot Drift.
Check them out.
Check it out. And we'll be watching for our subscription.
All right. News of the week. Weird news of the week.
This news is weird.
A mob of left-wing radicals armed with hatchets and knives took over a Washington hotel on Sunday, but nobody said anything.
Yeah.
No media ever reported on it.
Yeah, this isn't in the media at all. You'd think that would be something. That's a big deal.
So
that's crazy.
This is a story that's on our sister site, Not the Bee. Mm-hmm. A literal mob of dozens of Antifa neckbeards armed with hatchets, knives, and batons stormed the Red Lion Hotel.
The Red Lion. That bastion of corporate capitalists. 1%ers.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be Antifa and storm something, storm Trump Tower,
or the Hilton, or something.
The Hilton,
yeah, where they get caviar.
They show up.
The Red Lion.
They show up at the Holiday Inn. Yeah, it's like
who runs this? Is probably like a poor Filipino family that owns it or something. Yeah.
They took it over with weapons, and they said they wanted to give a hotel to homeless people.
Yeah, it's their stated reason was ostensibly to give the hotel to homeless people because housing is a human right, and so is communism. I think they picked it because the Red Line is a good idea of what society could look like under communism. Like a lot of red stuff.
Red stuff, sure.
The coffee's very watered down. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of options and everything. It's just kind of what's there is what you get.
Breakfast is like there's 3 half-eaten mini muffins.
There's a stale smell.
That are stale, yeah.
Yeah, just a general staleness about everything.
Yeah. The housing is kind of what you would expect government housing.
The housekeeping is questionable.
Yeah.
The sheets are probably not clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a communist paradise.
Do you think they figured out how to unlock each room with the key card? Because don't you have to assign key cards? And how are they going to give this to the homeless?
Maybe they held a hatchet to the Filipino lady's head and they're like, unlock the rooms,
woman.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And did they create a hierarchy of who gets what, then master suite based on income level or racial?
This feels like a George Orwell novel of some kind. We could write
a great movie.
Script. This would be a great script.
This is a movie.
Christian filmmakers write the script.
Write it. Bear interrupts DJ's online techno jam. So there's video of this. He's a realtor. and he's doing a DJ show on the internet, which if you don't know what that is, he's on the internet and he's like got his records. DJs are the most boring musician to watch because all of them are boring to watch. I mean, they're not doing anything. Guitar players just doing this.
Yeah, but if you're into guitar, you can.
But they do stuff, whatever.
If you're into guitar, it's interesting.
There's stuff, but DJ's the worst because they're just dancing. Every once in a while, they go, flip that, push that button, flip that, adjust my headphones. And they add stuff that they don't need to do that. But anyway, he's doing all that.
They got the record thing.
He wasn't doing it. He's just kind of going like that and whatever. But behind him in the screen door, a bear is just like looking in, and then the bear like stands up fully. I'm sure we can put it up, but what makes it funny is how calm he is about it. He just kind of walks up to the door, he points at the bear, and then he just shuts the door. I guess it's normal or something, but I sympathize with the bear in this situation because I would want to go maul a DJ too.
He says, I thought it was maybe my neighbor coming to tell me my music was too loud. I kind of walked halfway over and said, oh, there's a bear there. Which is about how chill you'd expect a DJ to be.
Yeah.
If there's a bear in their house. Oh,
yeah.
What's that bear? Yeah. Calls in the bouncer.
Mm-hmm.
So Hitler's toilet seat is going up for auction.
Yeah. We've all heard the garbage that comes out of Adolf Hitler's mouth, but at least one individual will be able to experience what came out of the Fuhrer's other end.
I did not approve this line.
This is from Not the Bee. That's actual Not the Bee content.
I didn't approve it. U.S. Soldier Sergeant Ragnvald Bork?
Sure. Is that a Star Wars character?
Sounds like it. First took the seat from Hitler's private bathroom at the Berghof, his estate at the Bavarian Alps.
Sorry.
No, you talk.
He was told to grab anything he wanted from the estate, and for some reason he thought the toilet seat was a great idea. When another soldier asked him, why in the heck is he carrying around a toilet seat, he reportedly said, where do you think Hitler put his ass?
The sergeant's family is selling the seat at auction in Chesapeake City, Maryland, and it's expected to sell for at least $10,000. So what's the market? Are we talking like white supremacists buying this thing?
Yeah, who buys that?
The Proud Boys.
Because it's not like a Hitler own. It's not like the bullet that killed him or something.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's a weird support.
Like, where do you hang this?
But it is a piece of history.
Yeah.
It is weird to think that's where Hitler did a lot of contemplating and thinking. He probably wrote Mein Kampf on there. A lot of.
This tech company returned to their office after COVID lockdown to discover the building had been taken over by 20,000 bees.
Oh, no. This is wild. In the picture, there's just giant honeycombs in their office. The bees have just taken over. Invoca, a Santa Barbara-based AI software company. They just walked in. There's all these bees. They had them relocated, so they didn't kill them.
Did I ever tell the story when I showed up to church on Sunday and there was bees? I feel like I might have told it before, but
can't remember.
When I was co-pastoring church in San Diego, I walk in and there's I see something drop.
Mm-hmm.
And I look up and there's just like they built this hive because it was this huge church building. They had built it up in the rafters somewhere.
It was a sign.
I looked down and there's thousands of dead bees on the ground.
Why are they dying?
I don't know.
Because of Satan. They're of Satan.
Yeah, they were satanic bees as soon as they entered.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just flying everywhere. So I'm frantically trying to vacuum up bees in the sanctuary before visitors show up.
Oh, yeah.
Church members show up.
Were people getting stung during service?
There were still a few flying around. I don't think anybody got stung. But, yeah.
Elon Musk's brain company hopes to make a cyborg monkey play mind pong.
Oh, jeez.
Cyborg monkey. So remember when that was a crazy idea in the future?
Yeah.
So now there's cyborg monkeys in real life.
That's the thing. It's Neuralink, one of his companies, and it says it has a monkey with a wireless implant in their skull with tiny wires.
Yeah, these wires are tinier than human hair.
Mm-hmm.
And so the coin-sized implant has over 3,000 electrodes. It's crazy science. Elon's greatest ambition with the project, however, seems to be to get the monkeys to play wireless video games with each other, because why not? And this is a quote from him. One of the things we're trying to figure out is whether we can have the monkeys playing mind pong with each other. That would be pretty cool.
It's a great Elon Musk. Yeah, it is funny that he has this amazing mind and he creates all this stuff, and for what? He's just why? Why are you doing this? And he just does it because.
Do monkeys even understand Pong?
They probably could understand Pong. It's a pretty simple. They would probably have to like every time you miss the ball and it goes in your goal, they like shock them or something.
Shock. And then they do hit the ball and get a little piece of banana.
Yeah, like a little banana candy comes out. Texas accidentally issues Amber Alert for cursed doll Chucky.
This is a good one.
So they issued this Amber Alert, and we got to throw up that graphic.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. They're like, hey, everybody, Chucky's missing.
Is he listed as the bad guy or the kidnapper or the kidnapped?
I think it's the kid. Oh, no, it's the suspect. It describes the suspect Chucky as wearing blue denim overalls with multicolored striped long sleeve shirt and says he was last seen wielding a huge kitchen knife.
He was suspected of abducting Glenn Ray, the cursed doll's son from the film Seed of Chucky. The alert included photos of both movie characters.
As soon as I saw the headline, I knew exactly what had happened. Whoever programmed this thing had just filler.
It was a practice,
They'd watched Chucky the night before or whatever, and they're like, I don't know, Chucky. And this is a practice test thing.
A system test, yeah.
And then he's
never meant to be seen by the public.
And there's a big button that says send Amber Alert, and he's like...
Sets his cock.
Bonk. Sets his cock.
In other news, scientists have taught spinach to send emails.
Oh, good.
Plant-human communication is here. And it's wonderfully weird.
Is this such a BuzzFeed headline? No. So this is how the world is going to end.
Cyborg monkeys and spinach
versus cyborg monkey, the great war between the two.
Elon Musk wasn't involved here because the spinach isn't playing Pong. I don't know what the spinach would email about.
This Nigerian spinach. He goes like, "Hi, I am Nigerian spinach, and I am actually king of Nigeria, but I need $500."
An evil hag turned me into a bundle of spinach. I used to be a human. I'm the rightful king of Nigeria. All right.
Stuff that's good.
Stuff that's good.
But now, this week's edition of Stuff That's Good.
All right, well, I found this independent comic came out, the Kickstarter. I supported it a while back, and I've always thought this is a good thing to promote. It's a comic called Inferno City Firehouse, and these guys actually took real stories from firefighters in Detroit and made comics of their stories, and they're not they're very gritty and real. It's not just it is that they're heroes, but also the stress that they deal with and the kind of behind the scenes of their lives. But also the art's really amazing. It's this cool penciled black and white style, heavily detailed, and it's well written. And it's cool because it supports firefighters. The money generated by it, they give a portion back to firefighters who struggle with some of the PTSD kind of stuff that they go through from the job. And so I wanted to give them a shout out. Get some cool artwork up for you guys to see.
So it's on Kickstarter now? Or?
It's off of Kickstarter. You can still get the book.
Still do it. Okay.
Yeah. So check out Inferno City Firehouse.
We prefer the term graphic novel, man.
Graphic novel. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure if it's considered graphic novel or not, because the one I got's shorter. It's not like a full 100-pager, but I can't remember. I don't know what they got out now.
Graphic novella.
It is graphic and novelish.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, I usually like to draw attention with my stuff that's good to little indie things that you might not have heard of.
Right.
So there's this little franchise called Star Wars. And then they took the Star Wars thing, and they usually don't release very much merchandise off of it. They've been very protective of the brand. They don't want to put their name.
Yeah, they don't want to exploit it.
Right. They don't want to put the Star Wars name on
just anything.
Just anything.
Right.
Like a coffee mug or a T-shirt or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's very rare to find merchandise. So there's other little company named Lego that does little...
A Danish company, I think?
Yeah, I think so. And they do little building blocks for kids.
Swedish?
Swedish, yeah, sure.
Maybe.
It's not Swedish. And they made Star Wars Legos. And again, Lego is also very protective, where they don't want to do a lot of branded
Norwegian?
Legos. Sure. Yeah, no. I think it is Danish. I think you were right the first time.
Swiss?
Fact check.
Sorry.
You might not get very many.
You
might not get very many results because it is a very small indie company. So anyway, I built this. What?
I said, give me a minute.
You haven't good.
You don't get.
We need a faster Googler.
I know.
So this is a little thing called the Millennium Falcon that I recently received for my birthday from my lovely wife. And I built, and it's so freaking cool. And I was very proud of it, so I thought I would say that this thing is cool. What camera should I? Oh, there. Okay, look at that. Denmark. Where's Denmark? It's in Holland.
Danish is Denmark.
Yeah, it's in Europe.
Danish is Denmark. They don't say Denmarkish. They say Danish.
It's north of Germany.
You don't know about Denmark?
Kyle's never heard of it.
How do you get to do stuff that's good and you just get to say it, and then I do this stuff that's good. We start talking about European countries. So anyway, this thing completely opens up.
So you built this whole thing.
I did.
Piece by piece.
Look at this.
And it's not even a thing that you built, like it was your idea. Like they sent you instructions and you just built it.
Yeah. To the specification.
To the exact.
Yeah.
This is really cool. And they have like the Dish Network.
Hey, Ethan, don't freaking touch. Do you know how long? Look.
How long did it take?
This took me a good 4 or 5 hours.
That's pretty good. That would take me like a month. What they got going?
No.
I just want to see what they got in there.
No. You don't get
They're
to
aliens?
You don't get to touch it.
They're little spacemen?
Yeah. It's got Finn and Leia.
That's Finn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And R2-D2, C-3PO.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember this guy's name.
Why do robots need to sit down? They don't need to sit down.
It's true.
They have their legs don't get tired.
Didn't we talk about this? They don't even need faces, really.
Yeah.
But
cool. It has chairs.
Lando and Chewbacca here.
What detail? It says every detail. I want to see the back.
Yeah.
What's going on back here?
Look at that. Don't.
Oh, wow. This is the alien bunking area, sleeping area, where the alien sleeps. Hornhead with his scepter of sleep.
I don't remember what his name is. But,
and then back here is the hot dog room, which that's not actually on Earth, that's a food, but in Star Wars, that's the Emperor of Hot Dogalaxakukia.
That was from a different set. My son really wanted to put the hot dog in the Falcon.
And on Earth, hot dog is made of all sorts of stuff like tires and raccoons and immigrants. But on Star Wars, hot dogs are made from aliens and robots.
All right, I'm moving this away from you now.
What?
I'm looking up the
How much did that thing cost?
$800.
Wait, no.
Did you
No. This
$800?
This is not the $800 one. There's a deluxe one that's like 10,000 pieces, $800.
Okay.
This is like 150. This is the Rise of
I was
Skywalker.
worried. I'm like, wait, how much are you getting paid here? Well, cool, Kyle. I was so impressed by that. Love that.
Let's just move on.
This has been Stuff That's Good. And now, the Babylon Bees topic of the week.
Christian movies. They're amazing. But actually, they're not. They're terrible.
But they always have a lot of heart. They're trying.
Sure.
I watched a great one last night. We were looking at some. There's a Mark IV Productions Christian films. I watched the one about the bear.
Oh, did you?
Called A Stranger in My Forest. And there's all these bizarre subplots that have nothing to do with each other. There's this one guy in there who's like, he's the troubled guy that needs Jesus. Well, one of like three. There's like a few people that need Jesus in the story. And there's this bizarre thing that comes out of nowhere, has nothing to do with anything else going on in the movie. He's walking around paranoid the whole time, and he's like, well, I was living fast and loose as a kid, and I didn't think I ever wanted to live a day past 35, so I hired a hitman to kill me when I turned 35. And now that I'm 35, I want to live because I'm in love with you, and I want to whatever. And like, so, and he's like, I can't. Yeah.
Wait.
And they're all.
So he previously had hired hitmen.
He hired hitmen because he didn't want to.
35, you're gonna kill me.
Yeah. So now he's walking around like that could be the guy, and like he'll look at a guy and a guy will be like cleaning his gun, or like that could be him. So they can run off. And like that literally is not anywhere in the main plot of the movie. That's just like a subplot. But we'll review that later. Like
we need to do like riff tracks on these.
We need to review these and do like a breakdown. There's
Babylon Bee subscribers, look out for it.
Yeah, it's
I'll
coming.
do the streams of these amazing movies.
But so we're gonna make a movie right now. A screenplay is gonna be generated. We found a website.
Yeah, this is a plot-generator.org.uk.
Okay, so you're going to enter it in right there?
Yeah. Beep, boop, beep,
You're the
boop,
guy?
beep, boop. So I entered in a bunch of variables like different
Oh, so you already entered them all in?
Christian
Wow,
actors, terms, whatever.
Can you tell us what they were? We're going to just surprise
We'll just-
everybody.
Surprise.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is a movie called Evil Satan, and it's a screenplay by Bob.
Bob.
And it begins, you picture this in your mind's eye. Interior. TBN headquarters, afternoon. Kind Chick-fil-A drive-thru employee, Mr. Kirk Cameron, is arguing with his strong wife, Mrs. Chelsea Cameron. Kirk tries to hug Chelsea, but she shakes him off. Please, Chelsea, don't leave me.
I'm sorry, Kirk, but I'm looking for somebody a bit more brave. Somebody who faces his fears head on instead of running away.
I am such a person. Chelsea frowns.
I'm sorry, Kirk. I just don't feel excited by this relationship anymore. Chelsea leaves.
Kirk sits down looking defeated. Moments later, nice Hercules, Mr. Kevin Sorbo barges in looking flustered. Goodness, Kevin, is everything okay?
I'm afraid not.
Well, what is it? Don't keep me in suspense.
Oh, I'm Kevin. Okay.
Yeah, you're Kevin.
It's Satan. I saw an evil Satan brainwash a bunch of youth group kids.
Defenseless youth group kids?
Yes, defenseless youth group kids.
Bloomin' heck, Kevin. We got to do something.
I agree, but I wouldn't know where to start.
Well, you can start by telling me where this happened.
Kevin
fans himself and begins to wheeze. Focus, Kevin. Focus. Where did it happen?
Ark Encounter. That's right. It was at the Ark Encounter.
Kirk springs up and begins to run.
Music.
Exterior, a road. Kirk rushes along the street, followed by Kevin. They take a shortcut through some back gardens, jumping fences along the way. Exterior, Ark Encounter shortly after. Richard Dawkins, an evil Satan, terrorizes two youth group kids. Kirk, closely followed by Kevin, rushes towards Richard but suddenly stops in his tracks.
What is this? Oh, wait. What is? What? There's a typo in here.
What is it?
AI typo. What is this? What is the matter?
That's not just any old Satan. That's Richard Dawkins.
Who's Richard Dawkins?
Who's Richard Dawkins? Who's Richard Dawkins? Only the most evil Satan in the universe.
Blinkin' knickers, Kirk. I think this is a UK generator.
Sure. It's .org.uk. So.
Blinkin' knickers, yerk. Knickers. We're going to need some help if we're going to stop the most evil Satan in the universe.
This reads like an XCOM script. You can say that again.
Blinkin' knickers, Kirk. He says it again.
Because you could say it's a great joke.
If we're going to stop the most evil Satan in the universe, we're going to need some help.
I'm going to need Bibles. Lots of Bibles. Richard turns and sees Kirk and Kevin. He grins an evil grin.
Kirk Cameron, we meet again. Oh, you've met?
Yes. It was a long, long time ago. Exterior. A park. Back in time.
Whoa.
A young Kirk is sitting in a park listening to some Newsboys music when suddenly a dark shadow casts over him. He looks up and sees Richard. He takes off his headphones.
Would you like some testaments?
The Christian mints, if you are aware. Kirk's eyes light up, but then he studies Richard more closely and he looks uneasy. I don't know. You look kind of evil.
Me? No, I'm not evil. I'm the least evil Satan in the world.
Wait, you're a Satan? Kirk runs away screaming. Exterior, Ark Encounter, present day.
You were a coward then. You are a coward now. You ran away? That's Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah. I was a young child. What was I supposed to do? Kirk turns to Richard Dawkins. I may have run away from you then, but I won't run away this time. Kirk runs away. He turns back and shouts, I am running away, but I'll be back with Bibles.
I'm not scared of you.
Well, you should be. Interior, Chick-fil-A, later that day. Kirk and Kevin walk around searching for something. I feel sure that I left my Bible somewhere around here.
Are you sure? It does seem like an odd place to keep deadly Bibles.
You don't know anything, Kevin Sorbo.
We've been searching for ages. I really don't think they're here.
Suddenly, Richard Dawkins appears holding a pair of Bibles.
Looking for something? Oh, yeah. Crikey, Kirk. That's Kevin Sorbo.
Is he British? Or is he like Australian?
Disappointed. He's got your Bibles.
Tell me something I don't already know.
The Earth's circumference at the equator is about 40.075 kilometers.
I mean, 40,000.
Oh, 40,075 kilometers.
I know that already.
I'm a conservative. Does it search the internet? How does it know he's a conservative?
I had to punch in a bunch of terms.
Oh.
And then Richard.
Oh, yeah.
So he's admitting.
Richard's appalled.
He's admitting. I'm a conservative. So it's like,
Dude. That's Richard Dawkins.
why is Richard Dawkins saying
Dude.
While Richard is looking at Kevin with disgust, Kirk lunges forward and grabs his deadly Bibles. He wields them triumphantly. Prepare to die, you evil cucumber.
No, please. All I did was brainwash a bunch of youth group kids.
Chelsea enters, unseen by any of the others. I cannot tolerate that kind of behavior. Those youth group kids were defenseless. Well, now they have a defender, and that's me, Kirk Cameron, defender of innocent youth group kids.
Don't hurt me, please.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't use these Bibles on you right away.
Because, Kirk, I am your father.
No, you're not.
I like that. Kirk looks stunned for a few moments and collects himself.
No, you're not.
Oh, well, it had to be worth a try.
Richard tries to grab the Bibles, but Kirk dodges out of the way. Who's the daddy now? Huh? Unexpectedly, Richard slumps to the ground.
Did he just faint?
I think so. Well, that's disappointing. I was rather hoping for a more dramatic conclusion involving my deadly Bibles. Kirk crouches over Richard's body.
Be careful, Kirk. Could be a trick.
No, it's not a trick. It appears that it would seem Richard Dawkins is dead.
Dun, dun, dun. You respond to yourself?
What? Yes, it appears that I scared him to death. Kevin claps.
So your Bibles did save the day after all.
So this is Chelsea. This is Kirk Cameron's wife.
Okay.
She steps forward. Is it true? Did you kill the evil Satan? Chelsea, how long have you been? Chelsea puts her arm around Kirk.
Yeah, I used to.
You can be Chelsea. Yeah.
Long enough.
You have a very sultry Chelsea. Then you saw it for yourself. I killed Richard Dawkins.
Then the youth group kids are safe?
It does seem that way. A crowd of vulnerable youth group kids enter, looking relieved.
You are their hero.
The youth group kids bow to Kirk Cameron. There is no need to bow to me. I seek no worship. The knowledge that Richard Dawkins will never brainwash youth group kids ever again is enough for me.
You are humble as well as brave.
One of the youth group kids passes over to Kirk Cameron a shiny WWJD bracelet.
I think they want you to have it as a symbol of gratitude.
I couldn't possibly.
Pause.
Well, if you insist. Kirk takes the WWJD bracelet. Thank you. The youth group kids bow their heads once more and leave.
Just are you like in China or something?
Kirk turns to Chelsea. Does this mean you want me back?
Oh, Kirk. Of course I want you back.
Kirk smiles for a few seconds and then looks defiant. Well, you can't have me.
What?
You had no faith in me. You had to see me scare a Satan to death before you would believe in me. I don't want a lover like that.
But
please leave. I want to spend time with the one person who stayed with me through thick and thin.
Wait, that's wait. Oh no, yeah, sorry.
My best friend, Kevin.
Kevin grins.
Is taking a weird turn.
You heard the gentleman, and I'll be off with you. Skedaddle. Shoo. Kirk?
I'm sorry, Chelsea, but I think you should skedaddle.
You should skedaddle.
Yeah, it's a weird. If I changed actor's choice. Chelsea leaves. Kevin turns to Kirk.
Did you mean that? That I'm your best friend?
They stare into each other. Of course you are. The two walk off arm in arm. Suddenly, Kevin stops.
When I said I'm a conservative, I was just trying to distract the Satan, don't you?
The end. Beautiful. I think it works really well.
Not bad.
Nice job.
Make it.
Nice job. Let's make the
Print it. Subscribers, we're going to do another movie in the subscriber portion. Ooh. We'll do another genre.
Christian romance film.
Do a little
perhaps.
romance film,
Let's see how that goes.
It's fun.
We need to get like Dan or Patrick in on to do the
Some more voices.
More voices for sure. Okay, here's some hate mail.
I really miss Adam Ford.
All right, this is from someone named Lynn.
This is great.
We
What voices do you think she has?
we think that Lynn is. We think that she's a conservative that is
Possibly.
mad that we made fun of conservatives
Maybe
at some point.
Trump
I don't
or
know.
something? I don't know.
We never make fun of conservatives, so
We
I don't
would
know
not
where
do
this.
that.
We wouldn't do it
That would be stabbing our own foot,
in the face.
shooting it with a knife.
Okay, so I guess I see her as 40s maybe.
50s. I'm 40.
40s, 50s. I'm really old, like 40s.
Boomer.
Well,
The
maybe.
Gen Xers are 40s now, actually. No, yeah,
I was
maybe not a
thinking.
boomer.
I was thinking young boomer or old Gen X, maybe.
Okay.
For her.
The Twitter bio that has like lots of flags and
lots
eagles
of- yeah,
and like Q type stuff.
sure. Yes,
Yes.
that's what I'm picturing. Go ahead.
I laugh at your comments directed at Republicans. You bunch of little sissy men hiding behind your computers are a bunch of
Flower bed.
Babylon Bee is a leftist cartoon in the laughing stock of my great area.
What?
My great area. I know Republicans are chomping at the bit to discuss the situation with you.
What?
Is she using a translator? You know, just a nice discussion, lol. You are a disgusting, communist, anti-American piece of...
Flower bed.
And I know you will be shut down in the near future.
Okay.
Can we dissect this?
Yeah. So it makes sense at first. I laugh at your comment. Okay, no, it doesn't make sense at first.
But it has
I laugh
the
at your
feeling
comments
of
directed.
broken English, kind of.
Kinda. So she doesn't like that we're making fun of Republicans. You're sissy men. You're hiding behind your computers. And then it says Babylon Bee is a leftist cartoon. So why does she think we're a cartoon?
We do make cartoons about the left.
Sure. So maybe she was upset at one of your cartoons or
Maybe.
animations.
Could be.
And she says, it's the laughing stock of my great area. So
He sounds like Doofenshmirtz.
So
The laughing stock of the tri-state area.
so it's like in her town. There's all these billboards.
My great area.
There's all these billboards. Babylon Bee sucks. Babylon Bee is trash.
Everybody laughs. It's like where all the sitcom laughter comes
At noon every day, the whole town comes together and pulls up a Babylon Bee article
It's not a town. It's a great area.
of the Tri-City area or whatever.
yeah, it's just a
points and
great
laughs.
plot of area.
And she goes, I know Republicans are chomping at the bit to discuss the situation. So is this like threatening violence against us?
To discuss
It sounds
the
like she's
situation.
like,
like
Republicans want to discuss with you. You know,
discuss the situation.
just a nice discussion.
Oh, that's the lull. LOL. 3 exclamation points.
Yeah,
And then she goes, you are disgusting.
communist, anti, and I know you'll
Piece
be
of,
shut down.
yes, feces.
Okay, well, Lynn,
Cool.
if you want to subscribe, Lynn, we're about to go do some more fun stuff.
Yeah. We'll read some more hate mail.
All our jokes about Democrats are in the subscriber
We're
report.
another movie. We got some mailbag. We're going to read some more another hate mail and
Got
some
another hate
subscriber
mail.
headlines.
Oh yeah, good stuff. Let's do it.
Lots of good stuff.
And we're gonna do a whole other Christian movie.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Coming up next for Babylon Bee subscribers.
I'm sorry, began Carmen in apologetic tones, but I don't feel the same way, and I never will. I just don't love you, Amy.
Amy looked frustrated. Her emotions raw like a mute, moaning microphone. Something deep there. The comic book dude likes to take jokes dark places, maybe a little too much sometimes. But I understand as an artist, that's where his mind is at. So is that you because you're like Marvel and stuff?
I assume that's you because you draw comic
book
books.
dude.
Wondering what they'll say next? The rest of this podcast is in our super exclusive premium subscriber lounge. Go to babylonbee.com/plans for full-length ad-free podcasts. Kyle and Ethan would like to thank Seth Dillon for paying the bills, Adam Ford for creating their job, the other writers for tirelessly pitching headlines, the subscribers, and you, the listener. Until next time, this is Dave DeAndrea, the voice of the Babylon Bee.